Okay, today we're going to patch a hole in a rolled vinyl floor in the kitchen. I hope you get some information out of it. Okay, so we're here. Hopefully we're zooming in down here where we can see these marks that I made. There's a little tiny hole right about here that the chair came out and just ripped the vinyl. So I marked it. Well, first I found myself a piece of old vinyl that was saved after this floor was put in, so very smart. So I was able to match this piece up with what's already down, and now I'm going to cut along the seam of the stone. Now here, unfortunately, I can't because I don't have enough to go the whole way over, but I have it marked to where I'm going to cut it. And again, I'm going to, right where the grout mark would be, hopefully if I can hide a seam in there. So as vertical as possible on this steel straight edge. Just gonna push down until it seats, because I'm going to be down towards the subfloor, which is wood. And as straight as I can possibly do, I'm gonna draw that knife across there. And do the same thing until I have a decent square. Now you can see what I did was I took this packing tape, and after figuring out exactly where the patch needed to go and exactly how I needed to cut it out, I taped it down so it would not move. Now again, I'll push it down until it seats, hopefully into that subfloor. Pull it back at me to the seam over here. Now what we're accomplishing here is we're making a patch the exact same size of the hole. I'm going to try to square this up as much as possible with other seams that are going lengthwise. And again, where I have cut to, and I will cut up in here so that I can get this piece also as straight as possible. It'll just help hide the edge. So I'm going to sink it, draw it back down through here. This is a brand new blade also, so we don't want to play around with getting cut. Now this is the last cut, and before I cut it, since it's loose, I'm going to tape it first so that when I get it through here, or halfway through there, it doesn't pull out and leave me with a mystery cut. So here we've done that. Unfortunately, my straight edge is just somewhere around here, so I'm using this instead. Now, have we cut this one already? I think we have. Okay, so I pulled it up just a little bit so that I can see where my seam is, and then we'll make our final cut. And again, try to get it as straight as I can. I'm watching this grout line, and I have to cut it short because my piece doesn't fit. So here we go. Let it sink all the way over to this other grout line. Alright, Shazam. And that should be it. We should be able to take the tape off and lift our patch right out and have the hole. See, here's our hole. So the reason it's all off-centered is because we wanted to match the grout line. Here's our spare piece. Here's the piece we're going to put in. Just like that. And with any luck, you won't see it at all. So now I'll just take my knife and I'll just cut back to the straight edge. That's compromised. So you'll see it's stuck to the floor, and I'll have my 5-in-1 to just carefully remove all of the adhesive part down to the subfloor. And then we'll add our adhesive. I'm gonna check to see if my patch fits, if I need to do any more slight adjustments or not. That'll be it. That'll be it. And then we'll come back and glue it in. Let's see how we can get this up. There we go. So it looks like they put down roll laminate over top of plank laminate. And the glue that they used is just the adhesive backing to one of these plates. There's a couple of tacks in it. Try to get it cleaned off as much as possible. You see the residue coming up. And then the product we're going to use to put it down is this floor glue, and I'll just spread a thin coat on it.
Hold it up again.
And plop it in place.
Okay.
And take a look. All right, like heavily buttered toast. You don't need a whole lot of it. And then I'll take this and use this as my seam sealer. Up in here, there's some of the front that's off the backing, so we'll see if we can't fix that also. Be sure to get it right up to the edges. Okay, so you see what we're dealing with there, and I'm just going to take this and try to glue it back down to it. So I've squeezed a bunch up in there. See, some's leaking out. I'm going to try to squish it back up into the linoleum. See all that up in there where it bubbles up? And it's coming off of being connected. So just taking it and pushing it. See, it kind of overflowed into there. Let that be. Whoop. Always have a rag. But what I've done is pushed it from here up into there. From here up into here. All right, so now we're just going to layer in. A little bit squishy out. Well, I guess it could have been worse. Let's see. All right, I might have a touch up here or there, but she's in. We'll wipe the glue out. Make sure that seam comes together. Wiping all the glue out. Okay, so you can kind of see the seams. I put a bead of DAP all the way around it. And what's happening is that as I goofed around up here, this glue helped this kind of stretch out a little bit. So you see I'm still getting those bubbles. So I'll just keep working them down as that glue dries. And hopefully it'll be all right. And then okay, so we didn't like the way the seams came out. Although some of them did come out really well. Like this one here, really hard to see that one. So the other glue would work. What happens is it just fills this crack, and luckily it's the same color as the tile itself. But this crack up here is pretty extensive, so we've gotten ourselves some vinyl sealer, and we're going to give that a try. See how we like that. And get down through here, we get just like glue, except it's not open. So we'll want about 1/8 of an inch bead coming out of there. So I got it just like a tube of caulking. And we're going to come over here and fill the crack, or cracks, or seam. You can see that it's just like a some down in here. And we're just hoping that it's going to flow down in there, but we're not going to be too naive about it because we have to take it all back off. So I'm going to just take my finger, smear it in there, and I'll tell you what, it looks pretty white right now. I'm hoping that it's going to dry clear. So, and then I'll just take a towel, smear that one in, take a towel, wipe it off, and then in about 15 minutes we'll see whether or not that goes clear for us. So instead of having a seam roller to roll these together, I am pushing with my thumbs. You know, I had that bead around here and I wiped it all off and it showed a really big bead down through here. All I'm doing to seal that seam, I've got 15 minutes of working time. See how I'm doing that? Just pushing it together, wiping it down if any goo comes out. I've got 15 minutes to push that back together. I'd have to say right there, it's pretty daggone good. I mean, can you even tell that the patch is over here? No, just kidding. And that is done. Can you see the patch? Can you see it? Nope. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.